In a secluded village deep within an ancient, foreboding forest, terror had taken root. The villagers lived in constant fear, haunted by the screams of infants that echoed through the night. The source of their dread was a woman named Lilith, a midwife once beloved, now a vessel of unimaginable evil. It all began on a moonless night when a blood-curdling scream shattered the eerie silence of the village. Every villager jolted awake, hearts pounding with sheer terror. The air was thick with the acrid scent of burning sulfur, and an ominous lullaby, chilling and otherworldly, drifted through the wind. Desperation and fear gripped the villagers as they gathered in the village square, their faces pale and eyes wide with horror. "It's Lilith," someone whispered, their voice trembling. "She's taken another child." Arming themselves with pitchforks and torches, a group of the bravest villagers made their way to Lilith's cottage, a place now shrouded in darkness and sinister whispers. As they approached, the sight that greeted them made their blood run cold. The windows glowed with an unnatural, pulsating red light, and the door creaked open with a groan that sounded like a soul in torment. Inside, the scene was a nightmare brought to life. Blood covered the walls, strange symbols etched into the surfaces. In the center of the room stood Lilith, her eyes blazing with demonic fire. Her once beautiful face was now twisted and grotesque, a mask of pure evil. "Welcome," she hissed, her voice a malevolent growl that sent shivers down their spines. "You're just in time for the offering." The villagers screamed in unison, their voices a chorus of fear and helplessness. Suddenly, the temperature dropped, and an unseen force paralyzed them where they stood. Lilith began chanting in a dark, ancient language, her body contorting into an even more monstrous form. Her fingers elongated into razor-sharp claws, and a baby's wail pierced the oppressive silence. Eliza, a young mother, fought against the paralyzing force with every ounce of strength she had. She broke free, her eyes wide with fear and determination. Clutching a small, worn prayer book, she hurled herself at Lilith. Reciting a prayer she had memorized as a child, the words burned Lilith's flesh, and she shrieked in agony, a sound so horrific it made the villagers' blood run cold. The walls trembled, and the ground beneath them shook. Lilith's eyes blazed with fury, and she lunged at Eliza, her claws slashing through the air. Eliza continued her prayer, her voice shaking but resolute. With a final, heart-stopping scream, Lilith's body began to disintegrate. Her flesh peeled away in the first light of dawn. Her screams echoed through the village, a symphony of agony and rage. As she vanished into a cloud of black smoke, her malevolent laughter lingered in the air. Eliza collapsed, clutching her baby, her heart racing. The villagers slowly regained their senses, their faces pale and haunted by the night's horrors. They buried the remains of Lilith's dark altar and vowed to protect their children. But the fear never truly left them. On moonless nights, when the wind howled through the trees, the villagers could still hear faint cries and smell the acrid scent of sulfur. They knew that Lilith's dark spirit still lingered.